Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Surviving the Debt. We're no longer on Westby, as I mentioned last episode. It was time for some changes. We're still in Wisconsin. And you're probably like, what do you mean? You're still in Wisconsin? Well, let's go to the map. Yes, I know this is flipped. Iowa is supposed to be on the left to the west, Wisconsin to the east, and it's upside down as well. Anyway, we are still in Wisconsin. It is good old Upper Mississippi River Valley. DJ Modding brought this to FS22. Lovely map. A lot of cool options to it. I just like the whole feel of it. But we're not starting with a farm, okay? So, yeah, I got the store. I was testing out some things. Don't judge me. We sold everything that we had in Westby. Cows, fields, crops, because we finished off the crops, sold that. Uh, and actually, it aligns. I think we're in the same month. Maybe, maybe not. Could be a month off. Uh, I said, you know what? We're making some decent money as helping contractors. So I decided I'm gonna come over here. We're gonna build a shed, and we're gonna become contractors. And that is what we're doing. So this is the area. It is on the Wisconsin side, even though we have Iowa plates because we don't have the Wisconsin plate option. But yeah, so we're up here. Kind of cleared this all down. We got a shop. I'll show you some of the vehicles that drive over that. But I think it's kind of a nice little quiet area, but at the same time, we have room to expand because we could always just buy this field next to it, which is fairly flat, which makes it easier in farming sim. I also just noticed there's a message up here. Not really sure what that says. I never noticed that. Anyway, one of the things you all voted on my YouTube. I made a community post yesterday for this, and this cool mod, which there's kind of something I think at the end of FS19, not to this detail, but the enhanced loan system. Now, obviously, you can see played around with it before I spent all my money earlier. No loss, luckily, but you know, we started at 1.7, but UMRV has some expensive fields if we ever want to start growing our own farm again. And equipment's not cheap for the power we need. So I looked at the option and I asked the community, you know, what if I use the enhanced loan system? Is that cheating on Survive the Debt? Or because of the interest, the period payback, the terms, all that factored in, along with it actually rating your asset value like a bank would to determine what you could put against it. To me, I don't think that's cheating. I think that's actually semi-realistic, if not a realistic feature to farming now. So we got it in the game. We're not gonna use it yet. I think we still got like 80 or 90,000 out of the 1.7 million or so we carried over from Westby. I think our goal is going to be, 50 million, and I think I would say, if we get 50 episodes in, and this being episode 20, 50 million's a fair goal in 30 episodes, maybe. Especially with us being a contractor. So we'll have to figure that out. But yeah, so this is the house I found. Pretty nice, huh? We're touching it up a little bit, doing a little work, getting some things aligned. Need a little TLC. But if you go on the back here, potential. It's got this little patio, but I think there's potential for some more stuff back here. Come around back to the front. I actually just realized the dog. Yes, we did take Ember with us. Couldn't leave the puppo behind. Over there, plenty of extra room to roam. Not as close to the road. Makes me feel a bit better. Got a nice little shop garage kind of thing. Shed, I guess you call. But here's where it all starts. And yep, I finally have a new truck. We have, as I named it, the Boss truck. Like I said, ignore the Iowa stuff. Even though we're on the Wisconsin side, we'll be in Iowa a lot though. There is our company logo. Let me know what y'all think of that. Pretty cool logo. Horrible logo. Let me know down in the comments. With that said though, it's time to hop into the F50. Get this all fired up here. Get this turned on. There we go. Don't really need GPS here. But yeah. There we go. Come down the driveway. I built the shop right across from us. Probably should have just put a direct driveway there. Nobody should really be coming from the left ever. I mean, this essentially is our driveway. Even though it does say road, I know. I think eventually there's going to be logging and stuff going down into the valley over there. But yeah, what I'm going to do is park this over here. We're going to go in and see what contracts we have after. Got the old Mrs. the Golden Spoon doing the paperwork stuff for us. But yeah, as you probably saw when we pulled up, there's that logo again. The beauty that it is. I personally like it. Thank you for all those in Simulation Stations Discord who gave some feedback and voted on what building color we should go to for our tin. And we went with this slightly darker gray. And I think it fits pretty well. Anyway, some of the equipment we bought. We have a Steiger. You recognize this? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 9390. A Butte. Made some upgrades to it. Yes, this is the one from Westby. We did keep it. That was the one thing we kept because nothing else. But we did buy ourselves a very nice harvester. Logo looks a little thin on that one. Might have to go into Giants Editor and fix that. If you're kind of wondering how I place these, I have a video on how to place logos on farm equipment without using Blender. But yeah, so we got that nice Colossus 9000. Really kind of digging the color to it. Different. It's different. Then out here, oh boy, we got some more pricey investments. We got a Kenworth 990. The W right there. We're going to call it the haul truck. That's going to be our long runner. Definitely pricey. Also needs probably to have the logos adjusted a little width-wise. And this was a steal. This truck has been redone, as you can see. This person put a lot of pride into it. It is a Mack Superliner X. And I mean, this is actually our most powerful truck. I just realized I didn't take haul truck. We're going to have to change those plates out. Oops, messed that one up. That's actually weird that it somehow ended up with the same plates. But anyways, beaut of a truck. Beast at that. Really love the color on this one too. Then we have for our workers. There we go. Like I said, I really like how the logos width-wise fit that. So we got to probably adjust those. But another F450. This one. Got the old flatbed in the back. Worker 01. This is what we'll use to haul stuff such as headers, small trailers, stuff like that. I was able to find this Wilmar Super 800 for a fertilizer and lime spreader. It's got about 12 meter spread width. We have a Case Ecotil for our plowing, for our grain. Our chaser cart will be a Kilbros model 1600. Beauty. Really liking that mod. We got a nice header. Should make light work for us. Then there's this beautiful trailer of a mod from BC Bueller. This is what we're going with to start with. It's affordable. I think it was like maybe 30,000. The land was the killer for us. Getting it set up, getting the shed built, touching up the house and stuff has been kind of pricey. Like I said, we're at 88,000, and eventually, expand out there. Either adding more equipment, more sheds, maybe a barn. Let me know down in the comments if you guys think we should focus. Once we're ready, we should start with beef, dairy, maybe do pigs, do chickens. I don't know. You tell me. I'm always up for a good beef farm challenge. But we'll head over here. We'll go in the office. We're going to see. I think we got 3 or 4 contracts. I think was what I saw earlier. So we'll come in here and check it out. So like I said, we got a few. I think 1 farmer. And we got 2 for single projects for farmers, kind of small. So we got Isaac Ewing over there. We're gonna fertilize one of their fields. 7,500 payday, not too bad. And there was one other one that's kind of separate. There you go, Samuel Ortega. He's got pretty large field to plow, 33 acres, but 28,000 payday. Good, decent little contract. Then we got 2 fields for Evelyn Carson. She has one that needs fertilizing, 23 acres, gonna pay just under 15 grand. Then our other contract we've accepted with her is 33, almost 34 acres to harvest. She wants us to harvest the oat while it's holding a pretty decent moisture level, well, dry is what it should be. But then we will bring it down to the grain mill. And that's just about it for now. There's some other small ones we've seen on the board, but we're just going to keep to that. All right. So now that we've got that underway, I think that kind of puts us in the driver's seat. We've only got 1 tractor, which can kind of be the frustration. But I'm wondering on this field 2. Let's go up to the map. Zoom out a little bit. Field 2, I think, is all the way up to the north. I think we might not need the chaser for that. And this would probably almost be the situation to take a loan, but we're going to hold off on that too. So 10 and 2 right near each other. Can't remember if 10 needed to be fertilized. 10 is fertilized for Isaac, okay. And she's got field 31, so all of them going way up there. I think what we should do, yeah, 'cause 31 is actually further down. 31's down in here. But I think what we need to do is we need to go fertilize first. It's noon, so I'm not sweating bullets yet. There you go, shut that door. But we definitely need to go fill up the fertilizer spreader, the Wilmer, and then get out there. Probably should have bought a second tractor, and I don't think we go to the sales bar. There is nothing out there right now, and I say, let's look through the medium section, get some used stuff out there. Alice, beautiful tractor, Pleasant View Farms. But I would say, yeah, nothing really out there. I mean, other than these smaller tractors here, they're all still pretty pricey. You could maybe get the white. Just don't know. 7100 series, which kind of looks like the one we had at Westby. We did not get that much money for it, believe it or not. And tempting. Also tempting. Wait, that's 179. 249. We're gonna wait. That's tempting too, but 185. So everything just kind of falls just under what we're looking for. This is a shame, really is. Kubota. Well, I think that's where we're kind of be stuck, because all these pretty pricey. I think there was small Alice in here. Yeah, there's one for 136. Looking through 96. John Deere 370. Don't know yet. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad to have two duals, but that's kind of awkward in between. Yeah, and the rest of them are all, whoa, 539 for the 8RX. No joke. Get the versatile. Be nice to grab one of those eventually. Yeah, so it looks like everything's outside the price range for now, unless we take a loan. So I think the most important thing right now is we need to get in this tractor, fire it up. Like I said, just get modified system to it. Person put some TLC into it. Feels good. We'll drive around. I think the priority is going to be fertilizing first. Plowing we can get to. We know we get time. There's not really an end season to that when it's August. I just want to check down here. Put these boards in here to kind of help. But we'll get heading, and we'll go fill up with some fertilizer and make our way to field 10 and field 31 and get those knocked out. So one thing I forgot to mention, I just wanted to point out, anybody who works for me, this is auto drive, course play, wages are set to 100. So we're headed down the road here. I'll show you, walk you through, and there it is right there, driver wages 100%. Doing that because, you know, when I was a contractor back on Westby, I was getting paid wages and made good money. So trying to, you know, share the wealth there and be fair with that as well. But we're gonna head down to the feed, the bulk feed, fertilizer, anhydrous, all that store, and get that all set up and get this Wilmar filled. And like I said, we'll head up to the two fields that gotta be done. The other thing I think I'm going to do is try to get the harvester already up there so it's ready to go when we're ready. I almost think, and honestly, we can probably, with the size of that field, we don't need to chase it. We should be able to just offload for now into the truck and make it work that way. So that's what we'll do. See y'all once we get down to the bulk feed. so the truck is back up here at field 2. I'm gonna manually drive up here and start to get this unloaded. I believe our fertilizer spreader is on the way to work in the field next to us, field 10. See if I can climb some gears here. But we got the plow brought over to field 36. Standing by for when we're done the fertilizer. We're not gonna run the cart. Field's pretty dry, so I think we can get away with the truck. I'll probably leave it set up though where it'll be able to, oop, going over, where I'll be able to just let the combine unload on it and occasionally run it down to the grain mill. Hopefully we get a little bit of kickback if they have an extra amount of grain here. Run right to the end. This side. Ideally, that should be, yeah, it says it's still got some in there. We'll leave that there for now. Like I said, we gotta check on. Oh yeah, hardly any bushels left in that, so we're good there. I see the truck. So this is making its way down to field 10, or I guess up. There's that truck, so I'm actually gonna shut this off. Pull this around over here for now. Just go see. So that is complete. We can collect our $14,891. Bam, there we go. Still nothing else new popping up other than those two small ones. Not too worried about. And harvesting, we're 44% with what we've already delivered to. Fertilizing field 10, that'd be another 7. The plowing's gonna be pretty big if we can get it done before the end of the day. Jumped in here to look at the map. Just trying to re-see where I'm at. So there we are, harvesting there. A lot of weeds in that field, but 10's right there on the corner. So we're actually gonna shut that truck down. That's fine up on the hill. Waiting for this one to get in there, and once that one's in there, we'll get that going and go from there. Alright, getting this unloaded. Should be enough to almost send that trailer back. I actually think I'll jump out. Like I said, I think, yeah, 93%. See if we get it up here and possibly get it engaged to head down to the grain mill again and get this unloaded. Hopefully be back in time for the harvester's full. There we go. See, so that's making a run around. This might be where it starts cutting in on short angles. One's working away as well. So all our workers are working. Like I said, their salaries are 100% for courseplay and auto drive to simulate a worker's wage. Looking good overall. Let's run down and see where we're at on the contracts. We haven't started that one yet. Harvesting, we're halfway there. Should move us, I think, over 60% once we deliver that out that we currently have in the truck. And we're 81% on the fertilizing. So when this is done, what I'm going to do is hook up the fertilizer spreader to the F450 we have limited, and that'll drive that back, and we'll send the 9390 over to field 36 where we've already dropped off our plow by the field, so it's ready to go. And we should have all these contracts done by then. Not sure. Oh, it was telling me it's 50% done. That's what it was. but we should have them all done by the end of the day of August. And yeah, our first month will be in the books. Kind of exciting so far. We're making some pretty decent progress so far. No gripes, complaints we've had. Nice workers trying to figure out how to maneuver this. Well, it'd be nice to kind of have a smaller tractor do this in the future. I know the 9390 kind of gets bunched up right there, as you can see, and has to make a pretty wide turn. So, but it is what it is. I mean, we're doing pretty good. We fully loaded up this spreader, and it looks like we're gonna have a lot left over. Probably 60% of that in there. So, probably 5-6 yards worth. So not bad. But yeah, working through. Let me know what you all think down below. Like I said, just a reminder, because some people are gonna bring it up. They always do. You know, do I have wages turned up? No, wages are 100%. You see, yeah, he's still fighting there. But yeah, I'm interested to know, what should we, maybe get a second trailer. I think we should definitely get a seeder or a planter, because those contracts will probably start coming up. Maybe even a cultivator. Trying to think of other things. Probably need another storage shed to kind of keep our equipment protected. Maybe even get into a little bit of beef farming. We'd have to probably buy the bales, but you all let me know. Maybe what we should do is get into the farm side first, and so on and so forth. Maybe baling equipment. A lot of different directions we got to prepare for, essentially, as a contractor now. Because the harvest season is short in this area, which means we've got to find other tools to get by to build our funds up. And then we've got to have some side projects of actual farming again as we continue to build that up with the land we purchased. So, just some considerations. Let me know your thoughts, what direction you'd probably go down in the comments. Appreciate it. Alright, so there we go. So we just got done fertilizing that field. 9390's off to go hook up to the plow. I'm gonna steal this truck for now and run back our fertilizer spreader. Alright, so we'll get this one unloaded, and that'll be it for this harvest. Plowing is going well, unless I heard over the radio. So once that's done, that should, like I said, be our day. So we'll throw the tarp on here. We've got about 300, 2.8 bushels. That doesn't sound right. Maybe it is. This holds 1,200 bushels. I have to do the math. For some reason in my head that doesn't sound right. We'll run this down to the grain mill. Should actually be, there we go. Wants to keep going to field 2, but you know what? I can just go dump. Yeah, that's what we're just gonna do. Send that to dump at the grain mill. Grain mill unload. There we go. Oh, I'll shut this down. You gotta figure out where that one load goes. Flickering. We'll get that pipe in. Alright. Trying to remember. There's main workshop. Fold this up. We'll give this good wash, and that'll probably be right back in the field. But we want to look good rolling through the cities, towns. There we go. Got our first harvest as a contractor. Well, as a contracting owning Thought I was gonna hit the telephone pole, but on our own contract business, we got our first harvest just about complete. Yeah, see, this says haul truck too. None of these are supposed to say haul truck on them. Something happened with the plates. Gonna have to figure that one out. We'll adjust them. I think I got the correct plates back at the shop, so we'll change all those out. It'll be over 100K. I mean, a little bit of money given to the workers, but hey, they did a good job today. I mean, it's only right now 1:30 in game and pretty productive. Pretty good stuff. Oh, well, this is headed back. We'll see where this guy is at. Making his way, not too far. This one plowing along. Possibly third headland. Look at the contract. 60% down there. Like I said, we'll get some money back too if there's any oat left over. So we'll keep an eye on that when that truck gets down there. But yeah, I do like this eco-till from Case. It's a nice mod, nice piece of equipment altogether. And it looks good with the 9390 pulling it. Hopefully next month we'll have more on the board for contracts and we're able to secure them. That'll be the next thing too, you know, and there's a lot of contracts out there and, you know, we haven't really made a name for ourselves down here yet. Hopefully Evelyn helps us out, and we've done 2 fields for her. You know, and Edwin as well, and Samuel. You know, hopefully the word of mouth gets out that, you know, we show up, we get it done, we're reliable, we're efficient, minus these few missed patches here and there. We'll touch up after. But yeah, that truck should be almost there. Hitting red lights. See, okay, there it goes. I'm gonna say the collision, which you probably saw in the time lapse part of it, it should be almost stopping them further back. That'd be the only thing I would really say is stop them a little bit further back. Make this turn. Now I'd have to look at the auto drive. I haven't figured out why this truck always turns down the side street and then comes back over. I'm gonna do it right here. It's almost there though. Maybe it was just the way the traffic light was. Maybe they thought they were speeding up a little bit. Who knows? And the other thing too, when I mentioned, you know, either start with cows, beef, you know, all that kind of stuff. Chickens, pigs. Probably not really gonna touch horses. That's an expensive adventure. I mean, we could sell to the whiskey, the brewery. You know, the distillery is what I meant, not the whiskey, even though it is a whiskey distillery. But we could sell to them, you know, crops even. That could kind of be our turn door method, essentially. We'll be able to drive right in here. The wrong bay. There we go. That should be it. 302 bushels. Which actually, you know what, might sound about right. So we get an extra 4,200 out of that. I'm happy with it. What we're gonna do now, we're not gonna make the same mistake we just made. Back to the workshop. It should have, yeah, it's making its way up the hill. It's trying. Like I said, we'll give all this equipment a wash before we call it an episode. Hopefully by then the plow's done. We can cash out. Another contract in the books. This one was for Evelyn, I believe. Boom, done. He said 2 small contracts. We're not too worried about those right now, though. Yeah, every dollar counts, but we'd spend just as much on a wage, I think, for those kind of contracts. And equipment wear and tear. We're looking for the bigger ones. But if it does lower, field prices in the end for us and helps us out there, I'm okay for that. Moving right along with the plow one though. As you see, 70% just about. Which is weird because this is a big field. I'm kind of shocked it's saying 70% already. But hey, I'll take it. See if we can find that truck. There it is. Heading across the bridge back into Wisconsin over the Mississippi River. Hear all the water sounds. And look at that. Got a tanker, got a boat out there. Is that a little casino boat? But yeah. We are back over the state line. Welcome to Wisconsin. We'll get this up the hill. And go from there. This one must not be far yet. Coming into the yard right now, so. We'll hop out for a second, and by the time it gets to the yard, I'll show you guys how we get it all cleaned up, put away, and go from there. Get these both washed off before we put it back off to the side. Trailer's not too bad anyway. Probably should get down at it. Actually, looks like I already got some chip paint on it. Oh, road stones and field stones. Gotta get the old sad black bell, or sad bell as they call it, I guess. Is that color of black that you're seeing on this? I'm trying to not forget, but sorry, it's been a long week. Trying to remember what color this like green blue is. I don't think it's like dark moon or something like that, but I think it's a pretty cool color. The whole truck comes together pretty nicely actually. Bring this over here and back that up. Yeah, ideally I think, if we could get at least a second trailer, I think we'll move things a little bit faster. Planter's another thought. The combine I think goes pretty quick. Obviously for a bigger field we'd probably want a second one eventually. And depending on the header, we need to buy a corn header. I think that's actually, now that I say that, that's got to be the priority. We'd need to get a corn header. That is going to make or break us. So, harvest season. Obviously, we could take a loan. Just trying to stay away from that. We don't want to lose money to interest payments, so something for us to keep in mind as well. Alright. We got this one finishing up. I think I cleared all my other contracts. Yep. 75%. So slowing down now. We're on the inside track of the field. But we'll finish this up. Alright, so we will send this back to the workshop. We'll where's it's gonna go? Trying to go right through the field? Nope. But we'll get it back. Oh, it's still in the loop. I pulled up too far. Feel that quite a bit of stones in it. We got it done though, so we can actually go over here. Another 28,000. Almost 29. So getting some money. Like I said, the wages was kind of get us. Takes, I'd say, probably a quarter off each contract, give or take. Especially when you get multiple drivers going at once, or workers. But, 4:30 on August. We started this episode, I think, at like 88,000. Spent about 10,000 in fertilizer. So we're down to 78, but we've made our way back up. Like I said, we have the option to use the new enhanced loan system. Want to try not to. I know there's probably going to be a time where we're going to, it's just going to make sense to utilize it. But yeah, I think this is just about where I'm going to leave this episode. This probably a pretty long first episode, but we'll get it in. I say first episode on Upper Mississippi River Valley for Survive the Debt. But our 20th episode overall of this series. So, yeah. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. Again, feedback on the logo. Obviously, a couple of them we have to widen them up a little bit. They look a little narrow or smushed on the door panels, so I'll have to adjust that and go from there. If you want to know how to add logos to your trucks, like I have, and even some of your tractors, I do have a video. Should be attached at the end of this. We'll link it down below, I think, as well in the description. Maybe probably the best thing to do. We can go from there. Thanks for watching. Farmer Taz out.